Good cool morning to y'all from Riverside. If you ever wondered what lightning does to a tree, I got a log on the mill customer brought in. And it had been lightning struck. It is a swamp chestnut. Very, very pretty tree. I like them. Deer love them. That's probably the main reason why I like them. But anyhow, he wants to try to get whatever we can out of this and get y'all zoomed in on this to show y'all what we have. So here's the tree. I'm gonna guess 24 inches across that butt. That's a big butt, ain't it? You see what that lightning done to that tree. It might have been on the ground, he said a couple of weeks maybe. But it absolutely destroyed and blew that tree up. And essentially, if you look at it, it's almost quarter sawn cut. It's almost right perfectly into quarters. Bring you down here to this other end. He makes cabinets. He's a carpenter by trade, so he wants to see what we can get out of it. He already knows. Look, it absolutely blew this end up. This is the top, the upper end, the skinny end of the butt of this tree. But it devastated the inside of this tree. So if you've ever wondered what lightning does to a tree and why they die, is a very good example. I'm sure we'll lose a lot of wood on this job. I'm sure it'll fall apart. We won't get the full potential of this log due to all the damage done. And he knows this. We discussed it. So if you ever have a client or anything that brings a lightning struck log in and wants to do it, make sure to explain the whole circumstance of probably won't get a whole lot out of it. But we're gonna cut it 1.25 inches. I'm gonna try to follow this split with the blade. I'm gonna cut it here, cut it across here, and then get the half and cut it. And that's the best I know what to do with it. And cut it 1.25 inches. Of course, you're gonna have a way different widths. They start out skinny. So if you cut here, you're gonna start out skinny, and your lines is gonna be. This is how we're gonna end up cutting this one piece, and you'll cut this one like this. Get what we can out of it. That's all we're doing. Just trying to get what we can. But anyhow, we'll get you set up and get rolling and see what the inside of this log looks like. It'll be beautiful wood, but I imagine a lot of it's gonna fall apart. Before we go any further, let's take a look at this stuff. I'm just as interested in it as you are. I've never dealt with one of these. We're gonna see, is it worth it? Really pretty wood. There's gonna be a lot of color right here. But you can already see a crack. Of course, we've seen it on both ends. It runs all the way down the center, runs out that way, runs this way. The edge don't look too bad as of right now, and I'm thinking we'll better get some fairly decent boards out of these sides. You might have a little discrepancy right there. Both ends are a little different. This end right here, we're gonna make another cut. Right, try to get as close as we can down this line. Now the other side spider webs a little more than the big one. You can tell that's a deep crack right here. Looks like it already had a little heart rot starting. But that also could have been the lightning burning it somehow or some way. It's a lot of power, it's a lot of heat, a lot of energy. What it does when that lightning hits it with so much force, that moisture in there vaporizes and it has to have somewhere to go. And that's what causes the tree to expand and blow up like it does. Seen it done, seen lightning hit trees. It's a lot of power in that stuff. Okay, so what I decided to do here, I went just below the pith. Pith is centered right here. Went just below it here, and just below it on the other end. My crack is just below the pith, and the split in the wood on this other end is just above it. So we just had to do a happy medium, and we had to cross it. But that pith area, for a few inches out, 3 or 4 inches out, ain't very good anyway. Just how it is. The way wood works, that pith will make your wood do all kind of stupid junk. All right, now we got this stuff cut. Let's see how bad it's actually split and what we can actually save out of this log. It's a very small piece on the outside. I'm gonna give it to him though. His wood, make sure he's got everything we can off of it. Like to give it a little bang on the mill to break the sawdust loose and see what we got. This piece right here doesn't show any signs, which it didn't on the end either. It's actually a fairly decent piece of wood there. You can see that turned out to be a real nice piece. This tree evidently has been dead for a little while standing. You can see the spots in the light colored areas down there. Some people like it, some people don't. I think it's a beautiful accent to this already nice wood. Very nice stuff. I think he's gonna be pleased with what he gets out of it. All right, the next one down, you can see this split more prominent. This end right here, you pulled hard enough, it break off the edge. You can see it split. That split's starting to run down and get further into this board. Like I figured before, I believe there will be some waste on it. Well, I know there will be. But I think he'll be able to salvage some wood off of this stuff. But we're gonna get this one all unstacked, put on the tractor to get it out the way, put the other half up, and get it cut. All right, we got this last section cut, last half the log, and it's to be expected, just like the other one. All right, we got that loaded. So the moral of the story, yes, you can save some wood out of it. Can't save all of it. I'm gonna say half of it that will be good. He's gonna be able to cut short pieces out of there. He's a cabinet builder, so there's no telling what he's liable to make with this stuff. It come out of his brother's yard. It might be making something for him. Who knows? But regardless, you can save some of it out of it. You have to pick and choose. So if you got a lightning struck tree and it's worth dealing with, you might get a little bit out of it. Thanks for stopping by and checking this out, seeing how it's done. My first time cutting a lightning struck tree. It sure does some devastation when it hits it. A lot of power, a lot of heat, and that's how it escapes. That water vaporizes and blows the tree up. It's the only way out. And remember, y'all come back here.